And welcome. Right, yeah, we are back. We didn't lose too much. It was not too terrible. Yeah, we literally, well, we'd just gone through to the next day, and yeah, so we'd done everything, including the pH and nitrogen. So this is really one of those rare opportunities when something goes wrong like this, where you can see, is the sales totally random? Because obviously we did go through till tomorrow morning. Typically, it was a good set. Oh, that means we've lost our bits and bobs that we actually bought, doesn't it? Oh, we've got like, we were going to buy. It was the G866 mods. Oh, it was as well. There's 2 or 3 items. Isn't that typical? Every single time that you get one of these crashes, it always does this, where you like lose your stuff. It's so annoying. Right, okay. Anyway, did I start everyone's engines? I did. Right, smashing. Excellent. I did at least do that. Let's go through till tomorrow morning then and see, are they still totally random? Because we shall see and remember immediately if it's not. That doesn't mean to say, yeah, this is one thing I've always sort of thought. It doesn't mean to say that, like, today's was not going to be that. But it really does never used to work like that. That's totally random as well. Ah, it is totally random. Yeah, no, it's... This is another one of those things, though, that I've actually said, which is quite strange, which is there's a lot of fence appear in the sales. It is a bit like things are not quite right. It really is a bit of a strange one that you get this where it's like that. And let's just make sure that we haven't got any, because I know we had to reset something, but that was probably after. But again, I just don't want to risk that. So what about the windrow one for ourselves? 92,670. That would be interesting, because we need a one as well. No, it's 350 horsepower. That's the trouble, because that, I've got to be honest, I love it by Hispano. I loved his just, if it was Hispano that did that, it may have been. But yeah, it was my favourite windrower, but it was heavy. It was. That's the one thing that it really, you could not argue with the fact that it was quite a heavy mod. Right, so yes, and the rigid air. Oh, we may as well. I don't make funny. Yeah, I wasn't considering going into vegetables on this one, but again, I would if we got the specialism going forwards. So yeah, why not? All right, let's go up the top and let's actually go grab them. Yeah, so this is definitely proves that the sales are still totally random, which is a nice proof that it is like that still. So let's grab this little lot and then carry on. We might actually get, yeah, we might sort of, there's absolutely, typically, nothing at all that we want from this lot, where there was in the one that we actually got before. And I always find that whenever this thing goes wrong, whenever you get like a crash, it's always invariably when there's something good in the sales that you really did want, and now all of a sudden you don't really want what's in the sales because it's like no longer any good for you, which is just typical. It is really. It's a bit. It hurts a bit, doesn't it? Really. But yeah, you know when you get something good in the sales, you lose it through no fault of your own. Yeah, I've never ever, in all the times it's happened, though, found a fair response to that. You know, like where you give yourself the same thing again because it's not fair, or that type of thing. I've never done that. I don't think ever. Yeah, I've not found a proper way that you could sort of like be happy with that actually happening. So 67. If we do that, we might get 68, and then we can actually grab that. Good job we've got that dolly. Yeah, that buying of the dolly was a very wise decision. It's opened up us being able to buy things that, had we not invested in our selling business, we would never be able to sell all of those lorry backs, and we have sold quite a few. See, there is a craft to this, a bit of an art. Yeah, not much though. This is a monster of a trailer. It really is. Yeah, today's the day that I'm going to stick back in the in Giants. 2 or 3 months. I already got 2 in, but 1 got thrown straight out, and I don't know why. There was no explanation. Just like in fact, actually, it was a bit of a weird one, because in a way, my fertilizer spreader, they obviously told me off that you can't have fancy brands. So obviously, I did it as an update to the original, but they closed the update down and then just left the original fail. I'm like, huh? Not even an explanation, just the original fail note for the original, but without any notification on what's happened to the new bit of it. And I'm like, ooh, now that was what I call close. It was. Yeah, so it was sort of like left me head scratching to say, well, did it fail, or did you just close down the fact that I put it as an update, which it really is? But again, is this not how? Do Giant again, and this is what I'm saying. Honestly, it really is. It's like dealing with kids. It's like naughty little petulant kids that can't be bothered to actually tell you anything. And to be honest, it's really unprofessional. I'm so close to thinking, I haven't got time for these unprofessional people. And I really do mean that. It's the only thing that I keep thinking is, look, you promised your viewers and subscribers. That's all that matters. Just forget about the unprofessionalism and childishness. It really is childishness. There's no other way that I can actually say that it is. See, that's what I'm saying. That's 92,000. We've got a tractor that could, haven't we? Or have we got a tractor that big now? I can't remember, because we've chopped and changed a bit, haven't we? We did have a tractor, the big one that we got rid of, so it's a little bit of, isn't that typical? It is a bit typical. So let's get you now, and we don't want anything left in. But yeah, no, I don't actually. You're right. Yeah, no. We need to lend 12,000 or thereabouts. That one. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. So 92,000. We don't want any shenanigans. Yeah, so I keep going back to so I'm still a little bit confused. So obviously now I'm going to raise it as a new mod, which does take longer, and really it shouldn't be the case, because it's then going to mean that there's another mod. See, to me, the way that my mind thinks is, obviously it is an update to original, because obviously Giants told me off. It is the same mod. It's just been tweaked, and obviously when I recreated it, if anyone's watched any of the Let's Plays, you'll realise that the original one didn't have a stand. The new one, it became unstable. No idea why. No idea why. When I reblended it, all of a sudden in Giants Editor, the same shaped item suddenly became unstable. Only Giants Editor was different. That's the only thing that was any different at all. So right, so we want to borrow a bit more. If we're thinking of keeping that, we'd also have to sell our baler too. So let's grab one of our tractors down the bottom. And also, of course I've got a powerful enough tractor, you Wally. I've got 2 of those. Gordon Bennett. Right, yeah, we've definitely got the powerful enough tractor. Yeah, Wally here did totally forget that we've got these 2 of these gorgeous bits of kit that are like 700 horsepower to begin with. So I think we've got that in the bank. I think we're all right for the Hispano thing. We could probably go for a 20 metre if we're so desired. So we'll see how much this is worth. I don't think it's a lot. It's like 20 or 30 grand. So it'd be 60, 70,000 that we would be losing, or that would need to put to, which is for a windrower. So really, I always think, well, yeah, but is that, this pulls this up this hill like it doesn't exist. It's unbelievable. I'm trying to get to grips with the steering on this. It is beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing that I managed to pull around the corner and maintain control. It's so good. So let's have a look. How much will we get with this towards the Hispano 97 grand one? Just so we know. 25. So would leave us, yeah, 70 grand, like we said, really. We were spot on. Okay. Well, we need to lend a bit more anyway for these two. So we need 35, 40,000 really for that. Oh, I can't remember. You know, that's right. Yeah, it is. It was 100. So we want not narratives because we don't particularly care. Standards will do because, yeah, we're selling it on. Would have been nice to own something like that. It is amazing. That's what I'm saying. These situations where your back's against the wall, you see loads of things. You know, things are dreams for later on where you think, oh, that would be really nice to own that one. But the trouble is they don't fall again. That's what I'm saying. It's horrible. It's you're watching your future go down the drain in a way. That was a nice little Luna. We still want a little bit more. 17,000. And it may be that this is one of those that it's got those options where it gives you this option malarkey where it's hard to make profit because it's 20 grand and the options are 18. I think what we'll do, to be fair, we will offset the options because it is lying, and obviously this is dependent upon you. So that 17,293, we're going to buy that. Just huh? We got 201,000. Oh, 204. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we are going to borrow that, but we're also going to pay ourselves the 17,000. It's actually a bit more, 17,893, something like that. Yeah, it isn't fair when the game cheats in. So let's try that again, shall we? 17,293 actually. So we want to be paying 600 back. I do insist on it being right. Right, so let's do that now. 693. 693. Actually, I think it should have been just 600, but hey ho. But I'm not moaning about 93. At least we've been fair. So it's Paul is the one that has the options that, whereas Hans and the S Powers versions don't charge you, or they might be for certain ones. Yeah, you can't make a generalisation like that unless you properly examine the mod all the way through. Really, yeah. Fantastic. So now that is an equalising, and it is really as it should be, which means when we've repaid all of the, it's a mega amount, but we own, so we, yeah, I don't know that we can afford it. No, I think we'll stick with what we've got. Yeah, it's going to be like taking way too much. 90 off that leaves us about 50 odd thousand. It's a shame, isn't it? Well, we can still sell it. Yeah, that's true. Oh, gutting. It is. That is gutting, because that would have been a nice little thing to do. Oh, it was the cross cut, wasn't it? Yeah, which there would have been. We wouldn't have needed a lawnmower. A windrower. Lawnmower. Where did that come from? I have no idea. Yeah, it's true. We wouldn't have needed a lawnmower. We wouldn't have needed a windrower, would we? We would have, been okay. And of course, that was what kept. And not only that, it was actually unbelievably good value. So, I tell you what we're going to do. Yeah, now this I've used a few times now. The store, this delivery, this finding malarkey. We could actually do with something like that. So let's actually do that for the mowers. Now, the one thing I found so far, now it was a super 60% off. It was like something like 15 or 20 grand. It's like unbelievably fantastic. So we will go for the very mower that it was, which was the Crossflow. 75 grand it should have been, and it was so very cheap. So let's find used. Going to do the continuous search, 98% chance, and yes, it is going to cost me. I know this. Right, fantastic. But yeah, it says it tells you how much it's going to cost, but then it actually doesn't cost you as much as it says. I don't get it. I don't get where it's coming from. So our loan is 0. So we're not doing badly right for that. And obviously we have got to wait because we are relying upon a single field. We could sort of skin ourselves and buy another field right now, but we've not got any other means. We've gone into grass, and even that we've had to lease a windrower. Yeah, it was the... Oh, of course it was as well. Isn't that typical? Yeah, it's the Anderson. Well, the Anderson was also... Is that not so annoying? Right, it is. But there you go. It is what it is. What's that old saying about no goods crying over spilt milk? It's spilt. It's gone. Yeah. I'm not going to be harsh and say get over it. It is harsh. It's bound to cause a reaction when someone put something before you that's really good, and then like they snatch it away and it gets stamped in the dirt. It really does hurt. So that should be second growth stage. And the Grimy TC816. Well, we may as well start with the little things. Oh, wow. No, I think that's where I draw the line. I think when it starts to get to 20 and 17, it's, you know, like now. Cedar, that's the first one we've seen. It's a 4 meter. Yeah, we have got a cedar, really. Let's grab that, and I am tempted with that. That's really quite good. Again, there's sometimes when you get something that comes up that's unbelievably... Oh, I love that by Akimobile as well. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that is a cracker. So then we're going to grab that with our tine. This shouldn't be too heavy. But when I say that, I mean relatively speaking. Yeah, we are going to be grabbing the Thunder Creek too, so it is a bit of a... That should equalise any kind of weight going forwards that has. It's offsetting. It's not completely, but it's not too terrible. I know that you don't get a lot from the little items, you don't, but every bit helps, as Tesco say. It's true. So the field services, yeah, normally this is one of those items that I nearly always go for because I really do love it. But again, this is one of those times where you've really got to say, it's tough. Might as well grab that as well. Yeah. So we'll do this in 2 hits really, because yeah, that's a separate item. Obviously, yeah. Just stating the obvious. I should be modding, but I am going to... Yeah, it's true. I think what it is I know myself that I want to, like... I was going to, like, mod all of my stuff, but there's no point, because if giants are just going to, like, keep spitting things out and say no and that all the time, then why should I waste my time doing all of my mods? I will do, of course. I mean, I have done. I did sort of have this... I did about 9 mods to begin with. It was at least 7, which I put in, and then obviously in a fit of pique, last time when I put 2 mods back in for testing my giants, for some reason, again, petulant child, threw all of them out. All of them. And I was like, well, that's unprofessional. So that's what you have to deal with. It is. I can't really say anything else, and I'm not going to pretend that everything's hunky-dory and that, you know, that it's... right. We have already got the baler, so I'm not worried about that. So it's going to be our last cut, which I think is tomorrow morning, which is actually alright. Yeah, it is. This is a bit of a beast. Fantastic. Now then, and And so are we going to treat ourselves to that? Because it's a bit of a monster. It is. It's 27.3 meters. You would cover most that field in a matter of like minutes. Oh, that's right. It can be a cultivator. Oh. Oh, now that I didn't really know that you can like, it's different. What does adjustable mean? Okay, so that is actually quite phenomenal. I didn't realise. Doesn't surprise me that BC Bueller has done that type of thing though, because he is a bit of a genius, really. Yeah, very good. He was BC Bueller. No, actually, it wasn't. Sorry, I'm thinking of another modder. BC Bueller is a genius still. I'm not taking that away. Right, so we're down to 151,255, and I believe, let's check the grass, but I think it's going to be, will be good. Yeah, we did stop, honest. Even though we could actually, I suppose it's still been obedient. I do try to do that myself as well. You could just so as I know in my own mind. I've got to be honest, if I come up to a stop and I can clearly see around it, I will take my foot off the gas, but I will still, I'll still like be free wheeling. So technically, you could say I don't stop, but yeah, I've got to be honest. I always find things like that when you can clearly see when you're actually about at 2 miles an hour that you've sort of stopped, really. But yeah, the law probably wouldn't see that. It's true. So that's definitely, I can tell by the bobbliness of this that it's definitely only second growth stage. I think I should tell you, yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, so it does indeed say 3 or 4, so we are right. So let's go through till tomorrow, and we're leaving that little lot. And 8 o'clock, sorry, I did weird key configuration. I've been not long woken up, so you tend to be a bit fuzzy on certain things. So it could go 9 o'clock now, but it's going to do the funny buzzy thing, isn't it? Yes, it's sort of, but some of the people at Giants are actually all right. I think it depends on who you get, but whoever's on that department, I've had 2 good experiences where someone actually explains something, and about 3 bad where they just like threw stuff out in a fit of pique. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Right, so then let's set you going with them. Well, I don't think they were very. No, these are. Well, it's nice to know. Let's try the mower with this and see, can it do the mowing? It did do. I'm sure it did actually manage the mower. It's weird turns that it's a bit funny with. I'm sure it did actually manage the mower earlier. I don't think it's got this course on, so let's put it on. No, 30 metre. I don't somehow think that was the right course. So we want the... we didn't save the 11 metre. So we want to... And we definitely do want 3 for this. And we don't want any of that. And we want to generate. And we want to save the 11 metre course. And we want to start at the beginning and go. Let's just see what actually happens if this... Oh, no, it's stop doing that. It tickles me, isn't it right next to where we are? No, it's not. It's over there at the end. Right, I'll also shift the one across there because I have a sneaky feeling that that's a little bit too... No, not that one. That one that's hiding. Let's just pull that over here a little bit. Stick that on. Yeah, I just still can't get that. It's really gutting when you get a good set of equipment and then it gets whisked away from you. It's a nasty feeling. So you're the picker-upper. Let's get... we need to grab a windrow, don't we? Well, I'm not going back up to that shop again. We actually are. We're going up anyway. So, yeah, it's probably not a bad thing to... Is that... Again, it's a standard Giants one. So, again... Ooh, beautiful 1100. Palm oil C. Let's start with the smaller items, like you. We don't want anything at all, if we can get away with it. The least is 100. Right, okay, that'll do. Let's grab that, and yeah, we'll do this, and we'll then lease the windrower up here. So we got weeder, and we are also making profits. So yeah, that's true. I thought we was going to get something that he can manage. Ooh. Now that is, it is good. So yeah, we will grab that too. This is going to probably struggle somewhat, but it has got crawlers, so really it should manage it. It's not trying to do it laden, but what I mean is it's got, like, I mean, wheels and belt systems like that. Belt systems? Well, no, they are belt driven. Yeah, they really are. They do all the work. Maybe the turning, though, is what you need the horses for. So maybe that is a bit of a stretch. Let's be honest. Its weight is against it as well. It is. Not sure if we might need to grab the big guns up to actually sell it out from our field. Not sure this is going to do much better. This is only 170, I think. I used to think it was 190, but I'm sure it's only 170. It's a little bit. It's just amazing how even a few horsepower can, although struggle, make completely a different thing. Because it's definitely not. But it's also low centre of gravity with these, and that is another thing. If you're pulling low, that in real, obviously real physics does actually make a difference. Yeah, it does not like turning at all. Right, so Elmer's fantastic, and so I would like the Colossus. It would be, oh, I didn't realise it could actually be a muck spreader as well. Now that is very useful. Yeah, let's grab that too. If this was an SFS&S&PF one, I would actually swap it, but yeah, we'll just direct sell it. Yeah, it would be nice to upgrade ours to one of those where you can put the bow sizes. Of course, we did have that, and we've lost it. You know, what I mean is, you know, we were just about to buy when it all went wrong. No idea what that was about. I have a sneaky feeling it's when I filled the grass bale. It didn't say that, though. Yeah, it usually says bale sort of thing, but it did still red writing and it crashed. So I'm putting it down to that. So again, it seems to be don't fill your bales with grass to finish them off, even though it is a sort of a good idea in a way, but not a good idea if you're going to crash the game. Shame about this, isn't it? Would have been a real beauty to actually own, but we don't have any fields just yet. And again, this is one of those things, this is where it hurts, because you're thinking that'd be really useful for the future, but you can't afford at this precise moment when you're really this poor, with farming being so expensive, to actually like do this kind of object for the future, even though it really would be an absolute steal, because it's, you know, it's about 100 grand, so it's pretty much half price. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Obviously, realistically, if you was going to sort of think of the sales in a nice way, you're only making 10% on the cost of these. You don't, because I would say you would lose a little bit. You know, like if this was, but of course they are second hand, which does tend to make things worth half of their value. But again, you're getting 10%. That's my point. It's not. You are actually earning this. You're doing something, and obviously in real life you'd have to find a proper buyer. Where the game sort of simplifies the process of what you would really be doing in real life, where you would actually be obviously like finding someone to sort of, right, so 230. So I need to lend another 40 grand. Or do, yeah, in case it might be another one of them with options. It depends. I think this is a giant, so I think actually giants are actually fair. Let's see, it's modders that have these fancy options that all of a sudden take it well above what it says, which is a bit unfair, really. My second favourite tractor. Oh, okay. Yeah, hovering. I would have thought that was it, but yeah, we'll say that we'll, you know, err on the side of caution. Fantastic. Let's get rid of the loan. And see you 226. Not bad. So yeah, we will definitely grab that. Ooh, I'm not trying to cure me pinkophobia, but that is a bit. I like this wild berry. That's quite nice. It actually suits the colour. So I think we will go capacity. We're going to do the double. Yeah. I think 40,000 would be a little bit. Yeah, I think 20 is but quite believable. I really do. We do want like the narrows. Yeah. 11842. Brilliant. It's a fantastic bit of kit, that is. So we're still at 214,000. Oh, we do now know that we are actually. Yeah, we've actually done the mowing, I would have thought, surely. Nearly. Now then, I believe. No, we're going to do it on the field. Yeah, we will. So we want a windrow. We're going to treat ourselves to a slightly bigger one and do some big windrows. Right, so we want to go. Store deliveries. Go on then. Let's have a bigger windrow. Let's have a bit of fun, shall we? So we did. No, I don't like that one. I do like that one, but I'd sooner go for 72,000 merge max. That's not too terrible, is it? Really? So, imagine they're not that big, really. The merge maxes. I'd say that one is probably the. For 692, go on then. It's a bit expensive, really, for a lease. For saying you could buy that beautiful one that we used to have in the game for what's it, 1,800 or something? I did used to know the modest name, but then again, it's first thing on a Sunday morning, so yeah, I'm liable not to remember, even if I did remember. So let's do this. It's got it, and we'll have. Try 2. I don't think any more of that than that is like doable. Okay, so this is a 40. It is 14. I thought it was. So 14 meters. I think this is about the biggest you should ever have a windrow. 40, you know, like 14 meters. If you go above this, this is when it like goes like too thick and it causes issues. So I find sort of 14 to 16 meters is about what I've looking over the years. The bigger ones that are slightly bigger, they do cause, yeah, the windrows are a little bit too big. I mean, you can sort of get away with it a little, but it's not ideal. No, you need to be down. Well, I've never seen it do that before. This new editor's like doing some right weird things. Never seen it look like that. Ever. Right, so let's grab the baler. In fact, no, let's not. No, because a fence, the only other one. This is the original one with only the back frequent link, so it's not going to matter. Let's get on with this. Yeah, we're going to need to grab them, aren't we? So I'm not sure that this will cope. So we need to put it on the windrow, of course. Right, so then, no, that's not how we do it anymore. We have to go like this, and we need to go to meter clear load. And first waypoint is right. Let's see, can you do it? Or are you going to bash into the trailer? We're going to grab it because it's nearly going to fill straight away because it was almost full. And of course, that is what I'm saying. That's why I really think that I was the one that actually crashed the game. Not obviously it shouldn't do, but it's obvious that, but again, the giant's consideration on like you topping up a bale, it's not really, I mean, it would work, and especially if you're leasing as well, that's what I always thought, that it's sort of like, right, that's going to be typically right in front of the window. Of course it is. Of course it is. Should be the oh, I need to change me. Yeah, I did my new icon, and I knew some of them would be like the wrong way around, and there's a lot of, so I'm going to be like cleaning up a bit of damage from that. But I did want to, so it's on all me. All of the placeables are okay; they're not affected. Yeah, they were. I did check those. I've done all my greenhouses as well, like because they were affected. So I did all of those. It's now all my store items that were not that kind of thing. I suppose it would be a bit awkward for a crawler. It's crawling, it would really quite flatten the windrow. Although I don't know where the crawler tracks. Maybe like not flattens the wrong word. It would definitely, well no, I suppose they're quite wide. It would, I suppose it's a really horrible shape for a job like that. If you think about it, because its belly is quite low, that underneath the track, so really it would be scraping on that grass for so many jobs. It really is the wrong shape. It really is. So although it is beautiful to have it, when you sort of look closely at it, you think, physics-wise, yeah, it's only the game engine, I think, that actually allows it to get away with this. That is a point. How much digestate have we got? Because obviously we did. Should be 45,000 litres, I think. Well, yeah, not far off. For silage, we've got 92 tonnes. We were going to stick the BGA down, weren't we? Although we could sort of wait. Yeah, what I mean is we could afford. Yeah, we need to do some more water as well. What I mean is I'm sort of thinking about the best placement, whether we stick that. I'll sort that painting out as well for that. Not quite, well, mind you, that it's a nightmare, the painting is. Oh, yeah, it takes a genius to actually do the painting. I have no idea when I look at the painting. It's sort of like as if someone dropped something from the sky and randomly, like, does it. It's just, I don't know how the giants... Yeah, I really got to give the hats off to whoever understands that one. It makes no sense to me at all. It is like, honestly, I'm not kidding. The crosshairs are up in the sky. It's like someone's dropping paint from above, and you're supposed to like figure out how that actually works and change it. Not really, not anytime soon. Something's beyond, but there is a new setting in certain mods called like paint. Now that's actually quite nicer. Yeah, that one I can do, so I might swizzle one of those in and actually just change it and add paint to some of my models. It'd be a lot easier. Yeah, the newer way is definitely better than the old. I begin to grasp that. At that precise moment, but we should still whisk in and out. Ooh, no, it would have gone that way. It's the last windrow, I think. Oh. Okay, windrow. I don't think you're quite like... I don't think you're actually... no, you don't have an access to the land. I think you've like gone and done one, haven't you? So, no... do them, yeah, you've definitely gone wrong. The chances of me getting this right, so that it must have like, that is bad really, yeah, it is. That means, no, he's still got to go do that course, so we should be alright. We shouldn't get attacked by that. It's very, very powerful. Yeah, but I don't think we'll have done the windrow right. Although, I don't know, we're actually sort of grabbing this entire windrow, so maybe it might actually be right. Call the storm and say, please grab this beast for us. Oh, sorry, I thought it'd finished, my bad. Right, let's take you back. Ooh, wow, that is a bit, oh, it is very, very low. 20, yeah, we ought to fix that, hadn't we, sometime soon. I didn't see how badly damaged that was. Oh, there's a lot of them that's quite badly damaged. Wow. I thought I obviously didn't repair half of this lot, or it's getting damaged more quickly than it used to before, which, that's a bit worrying. It is, actually. Yeah, so Giants may have done a bit more to this than meets the eye, because I know we definitely did a lot of these, and if they're losing 13% that quickly, just from lying around on the edge of a field, you know, then, because we didn't forget all of those, so that means that it really does mean that a lot of them have taken quite a lot of damage over a short period of time. Now, that's a bad thing. Yeah. I concur, it really is quite bad. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to grab again. So, not bad. We've sort of kept up with it, so right, we do need to set the slurry spreader going, don't we, really? In a minute, of course, yeah, not this precise moment. We don't want slurried grass. It wouldn't be very nice, would it really? But we could actually grab the other one of these and get it ready for action, couldn't we really? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, so I don't somehow think that little 180 horsepower, it's not little, is it? It's sort of, 180 is a bit of a sweet spot, I think. You know, like it's the lower sort of end of things. So, no, I believe we left this ready for action. Well, not quite full, if I remember right. I think we've got a beat. We just start to use... Oh, no, actually quite a lot. Oh, and this is badly damaged too. We don't need any diesel. See that? We've hardly been used. It's all of the... Excellent. Right, so then... Let's start the course at least. So the 30-metre one. 30-metre low. Now, I think this was the one that actually struggled with working. So I tell you what we're going to do. Yeah, we are going to, like, go to the start point. The trouble is you can't see very well with course plate. Like, it is over here. So if we set this at least right next to this, it really shouldn't do any, like, faffing around. It should literally go straight into action, really. So we don't see it now because we can, and go. So we want to grab the baler quickly before it gets walloped. Or covered in slurry either. Both are not particularly good scenarios. Right, let's grab the other one. For the same reasons, really. There's just one bale left to go. Now this is the bit that I'm interested in. Can it handle a turn? Because I'm not sure it can. I just don't think the workers are programmed to use a print-off, which is a bit strange because obviously, really, not being nasty, but it is a Giants thing originally. It's only had a bit of work done by modding, so it should really be worker friendly, but it's not. We can plainly see that that is absolutely not handling. It's like saying, I don't want to turn the corner. I'm not sure. We should show it how to turn the corner. Yeah, we're definitely like, we're taking money for nothing. So, you know, we'll take over from this honest. Well, at least you're not wasting. At least precision farming is now working where it actually does do that. Where it didn't do that in the beginning. Ooh, it really does like lock up actually. So I would say about there. And let's go and let's go. We are a bit over actually. It's a 30-metre spread, so it's a bit. Try and follow the lines. It's not too far out then. Because it will gladly waste your... Yeah, I mean, look at the damage on that. So, that's not good. Not you know, I mean, because we definitely repaired some of them. We certainly didn't, like, leave everything unrepaired. And the best we've got now is 87,000. So, yeah. I think a sensible person, being as we're passing right by the field point, will probably actually fill up again, I personally think. I'm thinking that's a sensible thing to do, rather than ignore the fact it's there and then have to come back in about 30 seconds. Right, so then it is... Yeah, I can see why they lock up. Yeah, I can. You've got to sort of not give it 100% turn to make it turn. You've got to be very gentle on your like turns because it's just so good at. Well, yeah, it locks up. It's not got a long enough rear 3 points. I can't remember if Giants actually give it a 3 points at all. So yeah, it probably the modelling. It's not. It's better though. No, I'm not having a go either. I know when you're changing something like this that it's not that easy. Having obviously done quite a lot of modding on this type of thing where you're trying to change something, add a function to something, it's not always that easy. Alright, so then. Brilliant. I know, what are the chances of us getting 2 of those and another one dropped as well? That was the other surprising thing. Yeah, we need to put a repair point down quite soon, I would say. Also, we need to like grab the BGA as well, get that down. But again, I was trying to wait until we bought another field, so we were putting it more essential for the entire farm is what I was sort of trying to do. Right, so let's not fold those away. Let's just fill this for next time. It makes sense to me that you'd like... no, that's about right. So that's that now. Liming next. Set that going, and we will go through though to, well, it is liming because it doesn't matter. This is the last cut of the year. This was a perfect run, really. Yeah, because obviously I often have to cut this second growth stage, but this time we did it all. Yeah, now I know we've got the big one as well, but this is to hand. That's that old saying of a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Is definitely, for those who don't know what that means. Yeah, because obviously I've got to be honest. No, all of these like mothers' sayings. I don't know what's the proper term for it. Oh wow, this is. Damn it, this was brand new. We bought this brand new. What on earth has it done to my modelling? This game is so totally broken. Really is. I mean, that is awful. Gordon Bennett. Lost all my nice modelling. 14 metres, 27. Oh, yeah. It does know it's 27, so let's go. No, actually, though, it doesn't. This was obviously not programmed for... Yeah, it's not got the right course on. Here's my point. So, clear and load. That's more like it. It is, so go. And while you're doing that, should now be good, we will... Is there enough water? And that's the one thing I'm going to say. Because although we're not worried about it at the minute, yeah, if we... let's just check the water. Because I know what I'm like. I'll like say it and then I'll forget to do it. So water, we need, again, another... Oh, we got less grass. We've got 90-odd thousand litres. So we did full fertilising and full... So why did we get an extra 30-odd thousand when we did everything? Doesn't need any... Wasn't weed for... that is awful. It is. That makes no sense at all. Hang on a minute. Yeah, no, there was something that I found out a long time ago. About... yeah, there was one map where I... it had got all of the grass and it looked really long. And I think the game, if you go in August and it's never been cut all year long, it knows it's not been cut. No, we've not got a tap down yet, have we? Actually, oh, weird, but we could be clever. Just grab some water from, which is not that far away. I like the way that Dogface has done this. It's not a very nice nickname, that's not. I feel I'm being, yeah, not... so water is what we're after. And we'll do a full... Oh, my, look at the damage on this. No, we knew this. We did see this, didn't we? We could sort of, I suppose, because what are we nearest the most is probably this very thing. So we could stick a repair point right down here, I think. And we will do my normal, the arrows will be there. And we also want the car shade that I always stick together with it. Yeah, that'll do. That's going to be awkward to get to. I think we'll do it on the other side. Okay. B mode it is then. Fantastic. Right, let's repair that little lot. Because something's weird about this. This is really my life. I mean, that was brand new. That was brand new. And it's only a couple of months old. What on earth is happening? We definitely repaired the fence. So not only have we got horrible repair settings, Giants have kindly improved the settings so that they're really now awful. Well, that is a nice surprise. Not. Especially if you're on console. That's an awful lot of incentive not to play the game, isn't it, really? Let's leave that going. See if that actually does if you step out. No, it will still go. Okay then, so let's grab you, who has finished. Wow, with my now uglified bit of kit that is now looking terribly horrible. Because it was very beautiful last session. Thus proving that the modelling was correct, that Giant's editor decided to do something strange to it. Thank you, Giants. Yeah, actually, I'm not the only one. There's quite a few comments about Giants losing it, and I'm not surprised. I've got to be honest. I mean, I've seen the peak, as I said, and I'm not pulling any punches. I'm not a partner, and I don't really particularly ever want to be, ever. Yeah, that was brand new. That was, and it's about 2 months old. So why is that needing repairing? For just going over the field a couple of times. Seem a little bit, yeah, and it's also a very, very reasonably priced mod even in the beginning, so its running cost should be like negligible, like 2 or 4 or something like that. And certainly really after 2 months. Now, I don't think the train's actually here, is it? Yeah, I think because we would have seen it at least once. We've not seen it at all, so it's obviously at the minute not across, or it might not ever be. Yeah, I can't remember. No, I'm sure. Oh, I can't remember. I think Zero or Oito did do it, actually. I'm sure he did last time. Yeah, because there were two versions of this, wasn't there? At least two. Because it is, again, one of those favourites. So someone must have felt, or two map makers decided they were going to both do it at the same time. Yeah, that's probably quite likely. Right, so then. Yeah, no, we've done that. This is completely done. pH, yeah, again, we know that the pH value, good and perfect, it shouldn't really be like that. It should be perfect, because we've just done it. So, yeah, precision farming, it's still broken. As we said yesterday. Oh, yeah, we want to completely change that, or else I'm going to like I get weeping in my boots when I realise that, yeah, it's not working right. So, yeah, those we are for us. So we're at 204,235. And we are... Is that a session in itself, do you think? Yeah, let's call it, definitely. So, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.